Prince Harry enraged in courtroom as judge denies to call him His Royal Highness during examination of his visa. The typically composed Prince Harry found himself uncharacteristically enraged in a courtroom this past week, as a judge refused to address him by his royal title during proceedings examining the status of his visa. The incident has ignited a firestorm of controversy and debate over the appropriate protocols when engaging with members of the royal family. The tense exchange occurred during a hearing regarding Prince Harry's right to legally reside in the United States. As the proceedings commenced, the prince's legal team requested that the judge formally address their client as His Royal Highness Prince Harry. However, the presiding judge promptly shut down this demand, stating plainly that no special titles will be used over the course of the hearing. This refusal seemed to visibly rattle the Duke of Sussex, who is known for his poise and composure even in high-pressure situations. Eyewitness accounts describe Harry's face flushing with anger, and he could be heard muttering under his breath as the judge continued laying out the parameters of the case. When given the opportunity to speak, Harry forcefully argued that the use of his royal title was not a mere formality, but rather a critical recognition of his status and dignity. He asserted that denying him this basic courtesy was a direct insult, not only to himself, but to the entire British monarchy that he represents. "I am a member of the royal family, born into a legacy of service and tradition that stretches back centuries," Harry declared, his voice rising with emotion. The title of His Royal Highness is a recognition of that heritage, and to refuse its use is to deny the very essence of who I am. The judge, seemingly unfazed by Harry's impassioned plea, coolly responded that American courts operate under a principle of equal treatment before the law. "We do not recognize or defer to royal titles in this country," the judge stated matter-of-factly. "You will be addressed by your name, as will any other person who appears before me." This unyielding stance only seemed to further incense the prince, who accused the judge of disrespecting not only him, but the office of the British monarchy as a whole. Harry went on to make thinly veiled threats about the potential diplomatic consequences if his title was not honored, warning that this could lead to a serious rift between the United States and the United Kingdom. However, the judge remained unswayed, declaring that American courts would not be bullied or intimidated, regardless of the royal pedigree of those appearing before them. With that, the hearing proceeded, with Harry forced to participate without the honorific he had so adamantly demanded. In the aftermath of the confrontation, reactions have been sharply divided. Supporters of the royal family have decried the judge's actions as an unforgivable slight, arguing that basic decorum and protocol should be observed when dealing with members of the aristocracy. Critics, on the other hand, have praised the judge for upholding the principle of equality before the law and for not capitulating to Harry's assertions of privilege and entitlement. Adding fuel to the fire, some have speculated that this incident could have broader implications for Prince Harry's future in the United States. There are whispers that the visa issues at the heart of the hearing could potentially jeopardize his ability to legally reside in the country, a prospect that would no doubt enrage the prince even further. Only time will tell how this saga will ultimately play out. But one thing is certain: Prince Harry's courtroom outburst has once again thrust the delicate relationship between the British monarchy and the United States into the global spotlight. As the two nations navigate this complex dance of protocol and principle, the world will be watching closely to see if a middle ground can be found.